World Electronic Sports Games returns with a new season, the largest championship among national teams in the history of esports. Dota 2, Hearthstone, CSGO, StarCraft 2, and $5.5 million at stake. European finals will be held in marvelous Barcelona from the 22nd to the 26th of November. Win your slot in the finals of the World Championship. Register right now.
Yeah. Thomas Jackson. Yeah. Bounce. Yeah.
Welcome back, lady. Oh, God. Oh, God. Nearly just died. Good start. Block throat. Didn't realize. Almost just killed myself. That would have been the end of all of the casts I've ever done. What a brilliant way to start off this cast. Never mind. We are going to just have a quick look at the groups anyway. For anybody wondering, I did send the playlist. The playlist that was just playing was actually 2014. I switched because the other one started talking. But yeah, we're going to be into a game of pretty much teams right at the bottom. And, yeah, forZe currently with 1 win, which I think was over Fragsters, and it was a very close affair. ARES yet to actually have a win on the board, and I think that should say 0-4, because they've actually since lost 16-1 to Fragsters as well. So it hasn't been the best day for them so far. Still got a lot that they can improve on, and we'll see if they can do it on a map like Inferno. Still, another map that's more about the sort of strategy side of things, so I am quite interested to see why these are the ones that they go for. Who do you think will win the Hellcase Cup? Well, it gets quite interesting because there's the first stage of playoffs where obviously all the teams that get through from the groups, but then I think it's either second or third or whatever stage we add in some other teams, so it does make things a little bit more difficult when it comes to predictions. I think the teams that have impressed me so far, I think Pride have been doing pretty well, and I'm also looking at X-Cartus. I think they just look incredible, especially over the last few days. I think the only match they've actually lost was because they had a stand-in, and even that was very, very close. So, I don't know. I think they're probably my favorites at the moment. I think also Envy Academy are right at the top as well, which is quite impressive for me, cause especially when you look at some of the other teams, like, you think, okay, this is the Academy team of one of them. It's like the Fnatic Academy before they lost Golden. It was just one of those teams where you're like, this is actually a pretty decent team, but they're always going to be under that Academy banner, and that saddens me a bit. Either way, we are into our pistol round on Inferno. Been quite lucky so far today, all different maps, no repeats. We'll have 3 players actually going aggressively over towards the B site in the pistol round, and they're going to be met by 5 guys from ARES. Boots leading the charge, but it's going to be Little and the flank coming in from Kabakan, who do a lot of the damage. Face Crack is here as well. Little going to be the one left on the side. They can't turn it back, Matend! That is filthy. Absolutely disgusting. Gonna be into a 2v2 because of that ridiculous shot, and actually, they're gonna try and take the fight. This is quite risky. They don't need to do this. Armeza looking for the shots. Will be able to get one. Leaves it just onto Maten. Actually, he'll get another looking for the final, but he can't quite do it. It will be forZe to take that first round, but what a disgusting jumping headshot. I don't even know. Hey, Nameless. I'm not bad. I went to Carvery today, so I'm obviously good. Look at this aggression out from the CT side, though. I'm gonna have to cut myself off before I tell you about my day, because... Whew, Very quick round coming out from the CT side. They've done a lot of damage, but at the same time, it's still going to turn into... Never mind, I was going to say 3v3. It's now 3v1. Tony Black walking around the corner. It looked like he had a free kill. But Maiden, well, he started this game off strong alongside Matt End as he gets all of those kills with the pistol. And it is a straight break back for the French. Yeah, I went out to the carvery today. Ate more food than I should have done. Massive ice cream. Pretty good. I came back here and shouted some video games. This has not been a bad day. It's not been a bad day. 1-1. Even up. And I'm guessing Little only invests into a P250 as he does sometimes, which I'm not a fan of. But it means he can get a rifle here. Probably won't be expected. He's going to go for an aggressive peek. Does spot out one, but won't get the damage done and the double nade. Well, if there was anybody there, would have done it nicely. Face crack is going to get the first kill. Maiden not able to trade, so it is going to be a man advantage at least for now. Face crack even looking for a little bit more. He's one of the only, well, one of the only players on that CT side actually with a gun, or at least a primary. Little is the other, and he catches them rotating through. He's got all the information for his team. The problem is, he doesn't actually do that much damage. And now Meza, well, he only has a pistol. Jerry going to be quite wary of players trying to push through onto Banana. He's going to go back, and you can see just an almost standoff at the moment. The catch will come in, though. The man from Banana is completely gone, but so is Almeza, leaving the player onto the site to do a lot of the work. Shots out from Jerry will keep the man alive at least for now, and now the weaponry somewhat evens up, and the HP actually favors that CT side. Kabakan looking to push through. They're going to walk into each other or just pass, and this could be perfect for him. It means a free kill, but Maiden in from behind. At least the bomb goes down. That gives him a chance. He's on for the ace. It's Little to try and stop this. Goes straight through the smoke, and it's going to be close, but it's going to be Little to win the round for his team. They will break back. The bomb plant is going to help out that T side at least a bit with a purchase into the next round, and I imagine they will be going for it. But forZe and Face Crack mainly will be able to win themselves a round. Here we go, though. As said, T's are going to be forcing into this one. KR taking the majority of the hit. And yeah, I expect this to be a fairly close game as well. I'm not really sure who I'm edging towards, really, because both these teams haven't been great so far in this tournament. But this man is someone who can definitely step up. I think the ult battle is going to be very exciting, although not the best map for AWPs. Especially on that T side, left completely blind already. It is going to be a trade. Yu trying to find a little more, but it is just going to be the man in pit that they have to deal with eventually. Again, it is just going to be down to a 2v3 as continuously it just seems 1-for-1 trade, and whoever gets the first kill is the one in the lead. But seen some almost clutches from Yu on Nuke. Well, I say almost. They actually only won one round, so there can't have been many clutches. Little trying to find a little bit of an opening. There's a gap in the smoke, and he's going to go sneaking through. Spots out the corner of Yu, so no heroics from him. It's going to be all on to Fuchs. Does manage to throw out a nade or two, but he is cleared from position, left into the open, and Little will finish off his triple. So fairly comfortable retake. T-side probably just going to have to save here. 2 rounds in a row now. They could invest, but I don't think it's worth the risk. Just try and do some damage. You're still on that T side, which, well, although you can rack up a lot of rounds, I still feel like it's the less favored side of the map. You want a Dragon Law, not a free case? Well, go buy one then. Also, I don't even think they offer you a free case, but okay. Either way, face crack. Up close, no armor on any of the players at the moment over on this T side, so this is going to be just a slaughter by the looks of things. Peek out, Little is almost going to clothesline the remaining players, and it will be 4-1. Not a single player lost. Perfect from the CT side as they get to build up a nice amount of cash. Here we go, though. T-side with the first real buy we've seen from them so far. Still a few nades missing, but not anything too worrying. And they've got Yu on that trusty AWP, who can definitely be a man to sort of open things up. Maten going to push through into the Molotov. That should have been heard by one of the close players. Out Matin to start and maybe even finish this round. He's picked up the first 2 entries. And we'll leave it on to Little on the site. Nice entry from Little though, and he does the same back. A man-for-man trade at the moment. Push still going to be coming into middle, and Little has no support. Yu is counter will be able to trade and leaves it into a 2v2, but just look at the HP on these remaining players. There shouldn't be a chance here. Maiden only needs to connect a bullet, and that will do enough. I don't even know what tier 8 Counter-Strike would look like. What would that... Surely I would be tier 8. Depends what your tiering system is. That's always one of the questions I've had in Counter-Strike, is when people talk about tiers. It's like, well, surely that if there's no actual tiering system, then it's just opinion. I could say they're tier 1 and just be like, yeah, but my tiers are anybody that's professional is tier 1. And then anybody that's semi-pro is tier 2. And then there's amateur. It would just depend. Some people would be like, tier 1's teams only win majors. Or only wins multiple top tier tournaments. But then I've said top tier, so that depends what that means. It's quite confusing. Here we go, though. Those hands on backwards. Both teams with a pretty decent buy, a chance for a reset on either side, and nice work from Yu to find that opening pick. Definitely looking like he could be the difference maker already so far in this game. ARES are going to be left alone, only managing to get 1 kill so far. Yu's actually going to get a second already. Maiden now looking to peek out. Should catch face crack as he looks to fall back. And the remaining 2 players on that CT side are probably just going to have to save the weapons. Not a huge amount of money left. Little has a small amount. We'll at least take down 1. The T's don't actually have too much money themselves, so it could become pretty costly. Yu looks like a 1v10. Just wondering. Here we go. Back in. Looking like we are seeing somewhat of a buy from the CT side. Saving the majority of their money, but still having a fairly decent buy. Well, decent in the sense it can still do damage. I'm not sure why Little jumped up without checking. That's a risky attempt to take, but they do get a trade. And actually, the AWP picked up by Jerry means that this really isn't too bad. They're going to juggle between the weapons and still have a couple. The problem is, what can they do? Wrap around. Going to take the longer range battle from Arch side. Back and still waiting in apps. Has his teammate to support him as well. Yu has to be pretty careful here. He will take down Kabakan before any real flank can be made. Again, they may just want to keep the weapons, hold on to what they've got, and not go for anything too risky here. AWP for Little will be a nice boost to economy. They can afford one in the next round anyway, but it's not something you really want to be throwing away. I think it's Logan has internet troubles, or that was what I was told. So that's why he's not currently in the roster. Cheeky from FaZe Crack will get himself a Zeus kill, but the remaining two players, more importantly, are just going to save their weapons. So decent buy will be coming back in for forZe into the next round. And yeah, they should have AWP, everything that they desire, can even have extra utility. It should be pretty much perfect. .5. There we go. Push through. Nice entry from KRL. Good start to the round. And now they're just going to wrap around, already taking down FaZe Crack. This has been absolutely depleted, and KRL with a big round for his team. First gets the entry, second onto Little. And again, it's just going to be left with the CT side trying to save some extra cash. They'll have 2,900 into the back next round, but it really isn't going to be the start that they wanted. And since the sort of pistol round mess up and the changes we saw based on just economy, it has been all ARES on this T side so far. Gary playing with fire, playing with death. Is going to bait them into the position of Almeza. Burning alive will be Jerry. He's just trying to survive at the back of the site now. Another Molotov going to go in, and eventually Fuchs will finish him off. Almeza is just going to be left. Oh, no, he doesn't save you. You runs around the corner and pops his head with a P250. That's got to hurt. What time is X-Tartars versus forZe? I think that's supposed to be in about half an hour. But, yeah. So half an hour is the earliest it will start. And then it just depends on what time this game finishes. So if this game overruns a bit, it might be a little bit later. You. Starting things off with a tag onto Little. Entry in from Matt End as well. Looking for more, but can't quite capitalize just yet. And the bomb will have to fall back. They don't want to risk it. My opinion on the tiers. It's kind of difficult. I normally put tier 1 as sort of like, I don't know, teams that can win tournaments. Like, do win tournaments. Either way. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it when it's not going to be a push onto the site. FaZe Crack does manage to get one. Keeps the advantage with this side, and he continues to do work. Kabakan sat in a crossfire, and it will be 5-5 after quite a bit of a break from the board. It will be forced to get themselves the equalizer. T's comfortably going to be able to buy. So I would say, yeah, teams that win tournaments, I would say, are tier 1. Tier 2 are teams that can, like, challenge. So they might win the odd one. They might, like, win a smaller tournament. but they're not going to be consistently fighting. Like someone like SK, who are always going to be at the top for a tournament, or like win a few in a row. They're who I put tier 1. Tier 3 are the ones I would say could sort of beat occasionally the top teams, and then anything below that, I just don't really know. Then it just becomes random. Is tier 1. Well, I don't know. Maybe tier 2 at push. Not there yet. When I'm at every single tournament or invited, then I'm tier 1. Then I've made it. That's the dream. When I've got too many tournaments, that hasn't happened. Nice start though from the CT side. It's Little once again with this AWP, and he's sort of a man that you look towards him and go, if forZe are going to win, this guy has to be on point. That's always been the case with any team. If you follow him all the way back through his previous rosters, he's nearly always been the best player in the team. I don't know if he just doesn't work well with others, and I don't know what it is, but he has to be. 2 kills for Kabakin. Ooks will be able to get another back, but... B. It's a 2v2 on the B site, but... you have to hope that the CTs will win this one. Not going to expect that position from Jerry, and he can just drop back. Doesn't need to take the peek here. Is going to do it anyway, but he has a teammate to support him now, and that will be a decent round coming out from forZe. More importantly, they keep 4 players alive, and now the economy becomes quite sketchy for the T side. I'd quite like to see them just go for some pistols here, not really risk too much. Maybe a bit of utility as well, yep. And then just get a buy in the next round. UU even going to save some extra cash with 3,400. And yeah, this should be a reasonable buy going into the next round. 6-5. Ready. Nade damage done to KRL. A lot of players come in the way of Jerry, but well, the majority don't have armor. Maiden looking to try and take the peek with the Deagle, bleeding away, already gets 1, looks to just fall back, has support as well onto the site. The idea here would be for the T's to get the bomb down, but already, again, it's KRL to do the damage. UU trying to sneak in from behind. It's a bit of a dodgy battle, but he does win it, and they've actually managed to retrieve a couple of AKs. However, the aggression, the nade, turns it straight back. Another nade to be thrown in as well. UU, is he about to get dunked? Nope, he will survive. They still have a couple of rifles, a chance in this round, but the bomb not planted. No way to get it down, and a whole lot of utility means forZe will actually win without losing too many players. Yeah, Devil was, what, more of a star player in that roster. I think that's the problem with a lot of the teams that Devil is in, or at least when he was in Envy. It was like, he went from being a star in, it was LDLC White or Blue. I always get those two mixed up. He was in one of them. And he was a star in that team, and he was brilliant. Then he gets brought into Envy, and they basically go, so yeah, we need you to play support. Oh, now we need you to in-game lead. And just like, yeah, what? Here we go, once again. Buy-in. You getting dunked down to just 42 HP and even smoked off. Doing too much, at least for now. It was LDLC White. Okay. Push in. Man in the corner. Mr. Tony Black, Kabakin. Up behind the smoke. There will actually be an entry onto Banana, which could actually change things for the T side. It holds an extra player over towards B and gives them a pretty decent advantage when pushing into the A side. However, here's the peek out. Kabakin only manages to get 1. And that will probably be the round left onto Little. What can he do with this AWP? Manages a first. That back towards the site. Scope should give away roughly where he is. Run across, but actually UU doesn't manage to trade it. Little hits the second through the box. Leaves it all onto 1. Maten peeking around the corner, and it will be the CT side. It's just... it must be so great being on forZe and just like, oh yeah, you know what? We got Little. Yeah, he's just going to win the round for us. And they're just... such integral kills. He stops the first man just taking control of the site, and then the 2 players that tried to push in, he not only hits the shot, but then avoids the chance for the repeat. Because what the T's actually did there wasn't stupid at all. They sent the rifle player to run across, and then they had the AWP peek the angle, so that the chance was that Little wouldn't hit the shot. He still manages to avoid one, and then hit the second. And it's just impressive, and I didn't even need to say anything there. You guys knew he was going to hit that shot on Banana. I knew he was going to hit that shot on Banana. But now it's down to Kabakin as they rotate through. Okay. Jump key. Mistake, and Little just hits a double. He's like, don't worry if you make some mistakes, Kabakin. I got you covered. I'm just going to win this round for the team. 4 kills already. And again, number 5. Oh. Scared. Little is scared. Jerry will be there to protect him. Give him a big hug. Yeah, no, the idea is that Yu hits the trade frag, but he doesn't. And yeah, you give Little a chance, he's gonna take it. I'm trying to avoid saying, you give him an inch, he'll take a mile. I've heard that about 17 billion times. It's one of those things where if you watch enough CS, eventually you realize phrases that are repeated all the time, and it would drive you mental. Close and personal is another one. You'll hear that a lot. And through the fire and flames. That one comes out quite a bit too. What country is ARES from? I think it's like France and Belgium. I think Yu's from Belgium. Little? He's starting things off once again. You already tagged down. Maiden, however, there we go. He seems to have these big rounds where he just opens things up. Almeza is going to fall as well. Jerry through the smoke. We'll turn it back into a 3v2. They've got to be careful of the flank. Little is still standing, who has been the hard carry so far. And Maiden is just going to walk into his crosshair. Jerry looking for the frag but can't do anything. It is left onto Little. Knows where one of the players is. The problem is he has no idea where the second. Such patience to just find the shot. And actually, just going to go for the defusal. Nope. He's read this wrong, unfortunately. And because of that, a simple kill from Matin. 9-6. A fairly standard half in the end. Little finishing 23-6 in this half. Absolute madness. And a beast, to say the least. But can he do the same on the T side? Because it has to be said, it is far easier to AWP on this CT side than it is on the T. Fuchs. Okay, there's 2. Looking for number 3. Little trying to hold the rotation. He will get the first. Second. Oh, okay. And a couple of kills have come in from his team from a 2-man advantage. And Fuchs starting them off strong to every single man falling over on that CT side. And the pistol now goes the way of forZe. A decent start to kick them off over on this T side. CTs are going to force back in. I imagine you will save a little bit of extra cash to get himself that AWP. The rest of them pretty much investing everything they got. Looks like Fuchs might just save a bit of money just in case. I'm going through the wall. Nice start from Jerry. Little doing the same again. I'm not a fan of this. I know why he does it. He wants that AWP as soon as possible, but he could buy an SMG and just run at them. Just catch them out that way. Spam, rather than going for a P250 and basically putting himself on a level playing field with the players on the other side. Either way, it's not going to matter because his teammates are just slaughtering everyone with those SMGs. Pretty comfortable round in the end. And it will be 11-6 with another round likely to come for free just based off nothing being invested for the CT side. Well, you guys are looking nice and toxic today. What's going on? Where's all the love? Where's all the love in the chat? Can't we just all be friends and give each other hugs and be nice? You know? No? Maybe not. Christ. I think I'm just gonna stop reading. There we go. Prolux has got it. Face crack. Making himself some extra money. He has a CZ as well. Not going to give him anywhere near as much cash, but it will secure him one of the final kills. Matin able to get one. Actually, Matin gets a second. That's an extra $600 that he wouldn't have had otherwise. We got more hearts. There we go. I like smelly cheese. That's better. That's what we want. I like some cheese. When are the quarterfinals? I don't think they've actually been decided yet. I think a lot of it comes down to who actually qualifies, and then they'll talk to the teams. It's stinky cheese. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. Oh, Little's just been ruined. This SMG buy coming out from the CT side. Something they like to pull in. It's quite risky. But it gives them a chance at an extra round, and it works sometimes. I don't like that it works. It makes me upset that it works. But it does work. Oh. CT side managing to steal around, boost their economy. And now they'll have full utility going into this round. They probably would have done anyway, but here we go. He's looking to try and make their way up banana. We've got this AWP battle going once again. Matin, nice start. Picks up 2 kills. Both players from banana removed. Little trying to trade it. And the nade comes pretty close, but no cigar. Oops. Gonna add another to the death toll, and currently at the top of the board for his team. You can sort of see why. Smokes. Smoke thrown in from the T's. The CT's doing the same, but buying so much time late. The T's may just want to save their weapons. They're not going to get an AWP in the next round otherwise. Chance of them winning are very slim, and with that extra smoke, there's just no way. You're not winning this round. There's no chance. You need an utter miracle, and there's 15 seconds. Going to throw down a smoke of their own. Little will at least close down one. Are they actually going to go for this with 9 seconds left? Surely not. Surely not. Okay. Okay, thank you. Counter-terrorists win. Obviously not wanting to go down now. So quick. You gotta love it. But we are going to see a pause called in from the CT side. I imagine that would be technical, but I could be wrong. Yeah, there we go. Right. There we go. Okay, so KRL has actually dropped from the server, and we are going to see the T's looking like they may invest back into this one. Obviously, they had 2 players save, so it's one of those things where you don't have any money on the 2 players, so there's no point in the rest of the team saving and going for a buy in the next round, because then you'd have 2 other players who don't have any money in the next one instead. So you might as well just all go for something here. They are going to have a couple of rifles, an AWP. It's not going to be the worst. It's definitely not going to be the best, but it'll be something to try and make the game work. And also, if you have little on the AWP, there's a chance that he could drop a weapon, and then you sort of even things up pretty quick. So forZe are going to take the risk. However, if they do lose this round, okay, the loss bonus will start to build up, but it's going to come pretty close. It'll probably be a 12-10 before they can get another bye anyway. You bet on X Tartus. I'd say that's a pretty safe bet, to be honest. They've probably been my team of the tournament so far. We'll have a little look while we wait. Pause is still called, so we'll just have a look at the standings, just so we're not just sitting here. But yeah, you can see X Tartus 4-1 at the moment. Who are they about to play? They're about to play forZe, who are currently 1-3. I would say that they are clear favourites. I reckon the odds will probably be pretty solid for forZe if you were going to go for that. Good job versus Dream. Wow, what's happening in that game? But yeah, you can see the teams all at the top at the moment. Binary Dragon's not been having the best time. ARES yet to actually win a game, and that's actually 0-4 because that hasn't been updated yet. I definitely think like Avangard, they've been incredible. I've been very impressed by them. And then other than that, yeah, X Tartus and MV Academy. I said Pride earlier as well, but yeah, I'm looking forward to see what we have on offer here. Obviously, X Outlaws are now 3-2 as well, and Pride are 5-1. So the way how's the game going? Still just sat here. I did see that like a few people put something about Avangard cheating. Honestly, I don't really. Oh, good job. Lost 1-16. Okay, that's fair enough. Whenever I see something cheating, I don't feel like there's any point in me commenting on it because I'm gonna watch the game and just see some insane shots no matter what. Like that's professional Counter-Strike. Especially when it comes when you've just been dominated by a team. I'm sort of sat there going, the likelihood is you're probably just a bit salty, and I'm not gonna know until they're banned anyway. But nice start. Little will get the opening pick, but the double nades have done their job. However, the Little just going in. Almazer with him, trying to just take down this one remaining defender, and they've done it successfully. As well, he'll catch out Yu looking for a little bit more, has to switch over to the Glock. The likelihood is he'll fall in this situation, and he will turn back to a 3v2. But the teaser said they use this force buy, they get that aggression, and they pick up the weapons, and because of it, they're now in a strong position, and it's this man always seems to be leading the charge, and it's 3 kills for Little. Once again, give this man an AWP, and he will feed you for years, because he's absolutely nuts. 30-7! 30-7. What do you do? And FaceCrack's playing well as well. So, what? It's just tough. ARES now in a situation where they have to go for a force buy to try and save this. Like, if they lose this round, they're going to be left with nothing. Thank you, Ants. I appreciate it. Little Esports, I could definitely... That's quite a nice name. Maiden, beat it with the Deeg. Shoot the wall. Actually, his teammate's going to get entryed by FaceCrack. Jerry's caught another on Banana, and they're just going sheer aggression in this round. It's individual peaks, but they're all working for the T side. Only one man survives. They know exactly where he is as well. Fuchs, be pretty careful here. Kabakan will have all of the information available. Little, ooh, he actually gets ruined. Nice shot from Fuchs. That's something at least. Fuchs, what's going on? Somebody had their Weetabix this morning. That's a nice couple of shots. He's down onto the ace. That's what he's got to get. 2 more kills. Taps the bomb. Jerry. He's going to restore some normality. But AWP lost. They should be able to afford one anyway, but still a nice little shot. Yeah, someone just said Dream beat. Good job, 16-1. Crisp, clean frog. What? Oh, right. It was a French joke. Ahaha! CT side, just going to be saving for the last. Nade thrown out to do a little bit of extra damage. They've got a few pistols. Yu's actually fully bought. I suppose he realized he's not getting his AWP, so he's just decided to go for whatever he can get. Wrap around again. It's taking those longer range battles. If you go around arch side, you avoid a lot of the close positions that will give you that advantage with the pistols. And it's actually just quite intelligent to try and go that way, especially when there's positions like apps and pit that you really just want to avoid. Maiden, he holds onto an AWP for at least a second. Will they get it back? Yes, they will. Okay. So Little will have that one for free. And now the CT side, they're just going to have that force spy. As said, Yu actually avoids going for a rifle. I do wonder, like, I can't tell this without actually talking to the guy, but was that actually just because he doesn't want to buy a rifle, or was that a tilt buy? Which is just like, okay, we're getting screwed. Let's just buy something ridiculous, because yeah, it doesn't look like a position where you should be buying. Nade's going to be coming down middle again. They do like to do this nade stack. Hasn't done too much damage, but a little bit extra. I start from KRL. Take the push into middle. Face crack is going to be able to trade, but still just going to be left with an advantage for the CT side for now. Little, however, gets the entry back on the other side of the map. Leaves it onto just one. Fuchs manages to hold on to apps at least for now. Actually going to try and jump across the pit. Risky, but he gets away with it. But it doesn't matter. Oh, Little is just on one at the moment. 33-9. And we're into a 2 versus 2. Little and Almeza versus Matend and KRL. Can anybody stop this, man? Can anybody stop this? Do I even want to watch anybody else? I don't think I do. I might just do a little cam for the final round because this guy is literally going nuts. Of course he hits another shot. Leaves it into just one man left. And do I need to switch camera? I'm not even so sure. I'm just going to sit here and watch Little finish it anyway. 16-8. Little with an insane performance. 35-9. And a shout out has to go to the rest of the team as well. But this guy is always just on point. A big game. And it is going to be 16-8 for forZe. They get themselves another win. It's more misery for ARES as they now go 0-5. And will pretty much be sat right at the bottom of the board. Either way, we still have one more match to go, and Little has now got to face off against probably his toughest opponent so far. It's going to be X-Tartus, and that'll be coming up in just a few minutes. If you have enjoyed, don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter at Tombiz, and that's where I normally share the majority of the stuff I am doing. And as said, we'll be back after a short